Hey, I don't know if there's anybody watching me on YouTube Live or not. I just turned it on. So the plan is I'm actually gonna fly fish today because y'all know that's what I love to do. But I decided to trout fish a little bit this morning, keep a few trout just for dinner. I'm not one of these guys. I don't go out and catch a limited trout. Um, I just don't need it, and I don't want to, kill a bunch of fish. So I'll show y'all what we're doing here when I get this cast in. So what I'm doing, y'all, this is something a little bit different that a lot of people don't do. We're throwing suspending jerk bait. This is the jerk bait right here. It's made by Yozuri. And what I do, I attach that with fluorocarbon to my braid, y'all. Throw it out, twitch it, let it sit there for a couple seconds, and twitch it some more. The cool thing about this is not a lot of people do it, first of all. And second of all, you can catch some really big trout doing this. When you're using these suspended jerk, there's one right there. When you're using these suspended jerk baits, y'all, it leaves the jerk bait, or it leaves the bait in the strike zone longer. So that's a pretty big trout. And just to let y'all know, I've already caught one this morning. Literally my first cast when I got out here. That was a 17-inch trout, y'all. Which for around here, that's a pretty good trout. Like I said, I'm only going to do this just to catch enough for dinner. This trout right here is right at almost 14 inches, y'all, on suspended jerk bait. I'm only doing this just early this morning, just to catch a few for dinner, y'all, and then I'm going fly fishing. So, all right, let's get back out there and get some more. This is kind of a little community hole. I was actually on my way to go a lot further out than this. And I stopped right here. This is kind of a community hole for trout. A lot of people know about it. And I was just curious to see if there were some trout here, y'all, and I've already caught a few. So So what we're doing, y'all, if anybody's watching me, I think there's one person watching me. I'm going fly fishing today, but I decided to stop on a place for trout, throwing suspending jerk bait, y'all. This one's made by Yozuri. And what I do is I got a 30-pound fluorocarbon leader attached to my braid. And you want to throw this out, twitch it a few times, and let it sit there for a couple of seconds. And then trout will smoke it, y'all. Chunk it out there, and this jerk bait is kind of a slow sinking bait, so I let it sink for a couple of seconds. We're in about 4.5 feet of water right here. Just twitch it, let it sit there for a couple of seconds. Twitch it, let it sit there for a couple of seconds. Sometimes you might not feel the bite. You might see your line jump from the trout grabbing it. I think there was a bite right there. There's another bite right there. 2 bites in a row right there. They both missed it. So this is a really good way to catch really big trout. And like I said, not a lot of people do this. A lot of people are out popping corks, popping plastics under a cork, or bouncing the bottom with a jig or something. So this is something a little bit different. And that suspending jerk bait mimics, an injured bait fish. and the trout love it. Oh, got a hit right there, y'all. I said I'm only gonna catch. I might keep 10 total. I'm just catching up for dinner tonight. There's one right there, y'all. I'm just keeping enough for dinner tonight, then I'm going fly fishing, y'all. This is another big trout. That's the thing about throwing these jerk baits, y'all. That's a big trout. You can catch some really big trout doing this, y'all. I mean, for this part of Louisiana, anyway. I know Florida and Texas and all that, y'all got bigger trout, but for Louisiana, this is a pretty good one. This one right here, almost 14 inches again. So the last two we've caught been almost 14 inches. Sorry about that. Somebody was trying to call in the middle of it. It's one of my buddies. He might be watching me, but I doubt it. He's a pro bass guy. So he's up in Tennessee right now getting ready for another fishing. So I'll call him back in a little bit. All right, y'all, let's get back out there and get another. Oh, for anybody just joining me, I think there's a few people watching now, possibly. What I'm doing, I'm going to fly fish today, but I'm letting the sun come up a little bit. So right now I'm going to catch a few trout for dinner. So what I'm doing is I'm throwing a suspended jerk bait. This one's made by Yozuri. I have it attached with a 30-pound fluorocarbon leader going to my braid. You throw it out, twitch it a few times, let it sit there for a couple of seconds, twitch it a few times, let it sit there for a couple of seconds. You might not always feel the bite, y'all. You might see your line jump when the speckled trout grabs it. And y'all, you can catch some redfish doing this too, but the main thing we're after is speckled trout. So I just threw it out, letting it sit there, so I'm twitching a few times, letting it sit there. And y'all, by the way, the water is not real clean. The visibility in the water is only 5 or 6 inches right here, maybe. So, but those trout are out there. And that's, like I said, using that suspended jerk bait, you're kind of letting it sit in the strike zone longer, you know. It's just something different. You know, people come out here and they'll throw a plastic under a popping cork a lot. They'll bounce plastics on the bottom. All that works. But this is something different, and it's a lot of fun. Excuse me. And something different. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, using a suspended jerk bait keeps that bait in the strike zone longer. So it's just fun, y'all. Feeling them hit that suspended jerk bait's a lot of fun. So as you can see, I just kind of keep the rod tip down. I twitch the jerk bait a few times, letting it sit there. Twitch it a few times, let it sit there. Anybody just joining me? My first cast, I caught one that was 17 inches, y'all. I almost threw him back because I kind of feel bad for keeping one that big. But I kept him, so. All right. The water depth's about 4.5 feet right here, so I'm letting that thing drop down when it hits the water. It's got a slow sink, so I'm letting it drop for a couple of seconds. And then I start twitching it back, y'all. And hopefully a trout gets it before redfish does. The main reason why is I just don't feel like digging treble hooks out of a redfish. I wish the water was cleaner right here, y'all. If it was cleaner, we'd probably be getting bites every cast, but it's not. Like I said, the water is not real clean. Water's, oh, one. I had one swirl at the bait right here, right as I was taking it out of the water, y'all. There's no real, you know, you can kind of make up your cadence that you want to do as far as the way you switch it. I usually jerk it 2 or 3 times and let it sit there for a couple of seconds, you know. This little fishing spot right here is kind of a community hole. Everybody around, there's one right here. Oh, he came off. That was another good one, y'all. That's the thing. You catch a lot of big trout doing this. That one right there came off. So anybody, if there's anybody new watching me, what I'm doing, I'm gonna fly fish today. I'm starting off throwing just to catch a few speckled trout for dinner. We're throwing a suspending jerk bait, y'all. I've got it with a 30-pound fluorocarbon leader attached to my braid. That's what I'm doing. And I just got a spot locked right here. Got a little bit of wind coming from this direction in front of me. The water, we're about 4.5 feet deep right here. And the water, the visibility is only about 6 inches down in the water. But I think I just had a hit right there. Like I say, I'm just going to keep a few for dinner, and then I'm going fly fishing. Today being Tuesday, there's not, I saw a few boats at the boat ramp this morning, but not many. You're probably going to mostly have just fishing charters today. You know, there might be some local people, I guess, but the only reason I stopped at this spot, y'all, is just because it normally holds a lot of trout. So for speckled trout, they're starting to move back out towards. There was a hit right there, y'all, and it was just sitting there while I was talking to y'all, not doing anything. So the trout are starting to move back out towards the beaches. So the way it works, if anybody's not familiar with it, speckled trout usually spawn around the beaches and stuff. So, you know, for the winter time and all that, they come into the marsh, and then as summertime approaches, they go back out towards the beaches. So they're starting their migration. A lot of them are already out there, honestly, and I was actually on my way out there today to go fly fishing. In fact, I might still go out there, depending on if I can't find any clean water real close for fly fishing. But anyway, so the trout have started their migration out. So you can really catch a lot of them out there where I was gonna go. So the ones I'm catching in here are still migrating out towards the beaches. And of course, you'll always have a few trout that stay in the marsh year round. But a lot of them this time of year are going to start heading out towards the beaches. I might make a couple of casts right up here, y'all. It seems like there's some fish coming up right over there. that's not normally where I catch them at. But what it is, yeah, I know y'all probably can't see it on camera. There's a pipeline right here behind me, so they're putting in a pipeline underwater. I mean, from way out in the bay, all the way to they're building like a natural gas plant that right down the road, and they're putting in a pipeline all the way down. So they've been burying a pipeline right here behind me. So on each side of that pipeline, where they dug it up to lay the pipeline, there's like little berms underwater, and that's what's right out here. Let's make a cast out here. That's where it looks like some fish are coming up out there, and see if there's anything out there. Hopefully I won't hook into that berm. Because when they were digging it, you know, they were digging up everything up underwater, you know, tree stumps and whatever else was up under there. So. Yeah, I'm just starting out early this morning, catching a few trout for dinner. If anybody's just joining me. And then I'm going fly fishing here in a little bit, just letting that sun come up a little. You can fly fish right now, but I thought I'd catch a few trout early. And this is what I'm throwing, y'all. We are throwing suspended jerkbait. It's just a lot of fun. It's something different. Instead of out here popping a plastic under a cork or bouncing the bottom, throw this suspended jerkbait, y'all, and you can catch some really big trout doing this. Just had a hit right there. There he is right there. That one nailed. Oh, he came off. I cannot believe that's I've lost the last two in a row, y'all. Can't believe it. Lost the last two in a row. I definitely felt that one when he hit it. He hit it. He felt the whole rod twitch. So what you want to do, y'all? You want to throw the jerk bait out there, twitch it a few times, let it sit. Twitch it a few times, let it sit for 2 or 3 seconds. And a lot of times they hit it. There he is right there. That's a big one. A lot of times they hit it when it's just sitting there, but sometimes they will hit it right when you twitch it. So you kind of got to be ready. That's another good one right there, y'all. Every one we caught right here, every one we caught right here has been a big one, y'all. So, the first one I caught was actually 17 inches. Good for down here. All right, that one right there, it's about 13 inches. All right, y'all, I've got 4 in the box. I'm gonna catch maybe 6 more, and then I'm going trout fishing. I mean, not trout fishing, but I'm going fly fishing. Here comes a boat, and I really hope he's not coming to this spot. He could, because this is kind of a little community hole, but I don't know. I'm kind of taking up a lot of it, but it looks like he's coming right this way. I hate that. I mean, there's lots of places out here to catch trout where I'm at. I just stopped at this one because it was on my way to where I was going to go fly fishing anyway. Well, he just crossed over. Looks like he's going to try to come right over here where I'm at. Or at least he's looking anyway. I don't know about where y'all fish, but that's real bad down here in Louisiana, where you'll be fishing somewhere and people will get right on you, you know, especially if they see you catch a fish. So, like I said, this is kind of a little community hole anyway, but it's pretty bad down here. When people see you catch a fish, they'll come almost park on top of you. You know? I haven't even checked the tides today, but I can tell it's outgoing tide. I'm getting a little close to those pylons right there. I didn't want to get hooked into them. I can tell it's outgoing tide by the way my bait's going in the water. There's one right there before I even twitched it, y'all. I threw it out and it was just sitting there. The bad thing is these guys gonna see me reeling this fish in. All right, it's number 5, y'all. Number 5. I said I'm gonna catch 5 more, and then I'm going fly fishing, y'all. This is a lot of fun, but to me, fly fishing is a whole lot more fun. Number 5. He's another 13-incher. Yeah, they're coming really on the other side of me over here, y'all. But that's fine. Like I said, I'm catching 5 more and I'm leaving anyway. I guarantee you that I'm not going to be doing what I'm doing. Like I said, very few people do this out here. See how I'm just twitching, y'all, and I let it sit there for a good couple of seconds. A lot of times they hit it when it's just sitting there. They're popping corks. They got one on already, y'all. Yeah, she just caught one first cast, so they're popping a cork. Anybody just join me? Let me show y'all what we're doing, because there might be somebody new watching me. I don't know. So I stopped out here. I'm going fly fishing today, but I stopped on a little trout spot. I'm throwing suspended jerk bait. This one was made by Yozuri. I got it on 30-pound fluorocarbon attached to my braids. Throw it out, twitch it a few times, let it sit, throw it out, twitch it a few times, let it sit, and hold on tight. That's about what all it is to it. I got a little bit close to some pylons right there, so I was getting away from that. The outgoing tide is, and really the outgoing tide is ideal for speckled trout. That's really what you want. But the outgoing tide is kind of pushing my bait towards this pylon sometimes. I don't want to get those treble hooks hung up in those pylons right there. So you just throw it out, y'all, switch it a few times and let it sit. Like I said, you might not always feel the hits. A lot of times you do, especially if it's a real big one, but you might just see your line jump whenever they hit the jerk bait. Had a hit right there while I was twitching it, y'all. I've actually got another place right back over here behind me, maybe a mile, half a mile. It's just a few pylons out in the middle of a bay, but it normally holds some really big trout. But they just caught them another one while they're popping corks. I think they're probably throwing live shrimp up under a cork. Everybody knows me knows that throwing shrimp is not my thing unless I absolutely have to. Obviously, that's an easy way to catch them, throwing shrimp, but it's just not my thing. I'm gonna do this till I get about 5 more trout, y'all, and then I'm gonna fly fishing. Bait's getting a little close to those pylons, but I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Might be a trout right over there or something. Some guys over there catch them almost every cast on live shrimp, y'all, but that's just not what I want to do. Anybody watching me, we're throwing suspending jerk baits for trout. I've got 5 in the box. I've already let one keeper go just to be nice, but I'm gonna keep about 5 more, y'all, then I'm gonna roll out and go fly fishing. Tried like crazy to get booked today, get people to book me, because I knew it was about the only good day all week to fish. And I didn't get booked, so came out here solo, y'all. Just had a hit right there. You missed it. probably going to regret this, but I'm going to throw it right over here towards the outside edge of these pylons right here. Hopefully I won't get hung up in a pylon. Good grief. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I was catching quite a few fish before they pulled up over there with a live trout. I had one hit right there and you missed it, right close to the boat. So let me show y'all what we're doing if there's anybody new, just join me. So out here throwing suspended jerk bait. This one's made by Yozuri. I've got it attached with a 30-pound fluorocarbon going to my braid. So braid's right there, fluorocarbon, jerk bait. Throw it out, switch it a few times, let it sit, throw it out, switch it a few times, let it sit. It's a lot of fun to catch them like this. You know, I could pop a popping cork, or she's got her real big one on over there. A boat pulled up over here next to me, y'all. They're throwing live shrimp. They're catching trout almost every cast, but that's just not my thing, you know. I'd rather catch them on artificial. So we're doing this. I'm gonna catch about 5 more for dinner, y'all, and then I'm going fly fishing the rest of the day. People over there throwing shrimp, I'm going to have a limit here in a minute, but they keep on. Kind of sucks. They pull it up over there next to me while I was fishing. That's fine. I said it's kind of a community hole. Y'all, I promise y'all I was catching pretty steady here just a little bit ago before the other boat pulled up. Tell you what, I'm gonna do maybe one more cast, y'all. We're gonna move to one of my other little trout spots that's close by here. Just right over there, maybe about a mile, half a mile maybe at the most. Hopefully there won't be anybody over there with me. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna make a small move. If y'all want, I can keep the camera on and y'all can take a ride with me. Take a little ride. Start my motor up before I get these pylons right here. Alright, y'all, we're gonna make a little move, y'all. Let me flip the camera around for y'all. Is there a way to do that? I don't even know. Oh, yeah, hold on. Flip. There it goes. Alright. Let me get out of this. Let me get away from them a little bit, and then I'm gonna get on the gas. We're gonna make a little small move. I got another little place right over here. Actually, I got places all over out here, but I got a couple more places over here. We're gonna try to catch. I want to catch about 5 more speckled trout, y'all, and then I'm going fly fishing. But I was catching trout pretty steady until I had a boat pull up over there next to me, throwing live shrimp, and when they started doing that, when they started doing that, my trout bite kind of went away. So I'm gonna pull right over here to another little spot, y'all. So this is Louisiana, y'all, for anybody new to it. I'm gonna pull right over here. Like I said, I got a few trout places right out here, y'all. I'm gonna go check another one real quick. Alright, y'all, we're pulling up over here, another one of my little trout places. Hopefully, we won't have anybody pull up next to us and start fishing like we just did on the other one. Let me flip y'all back around. Set my camera down right here. I'm just going to use the trolling motor to get myself up there a little bit closer. So, this is another little trout spot. We're going to give it a shot. Looks like the water is a little bit cleaner right here. I can actually see my trolling motor down in the water a little bit further than back over there, which is good because if I got some decently clean water, y'all, I'm going to fly fish close by today instead of running way out, because my plan was to go a lot further out. But if I don't have to, I'm not. I'll stay in closer, save the money, or save the gas and the money. So what it is, y'all, there's some pylons right out here. We're in the middle of a bay. There's some wooden pylons out here. And this area just holds trout. So I'm not actually going to be throwing right to the pylons. We're going to throw on the outside edges of it with this suspended jerkbait and give it a shot. Because like I said, you can catch some really big trout doing this. I'm show y'all what we're doing. We're throwing suspended jerkbait right here, y'all. Is this camera on? Let me make sure I turn my camera on. Sorry, y'all. I'll get my other YouTube camera going. So I'm gonna be throwing this way, which is weird, but I spot locked us with the trolling motor. Wind's coming from that way, so I'm gonna be throwing right here probably. Let the boat figure out what it's gonna do right here real quick. First cast with the suspended jerkbait. We'll see how we do. We have an outgoing tide, which is really good for some speckled trout. End up, let me look at the depth real quick, y'all. I think it's probably, yeah, we're about 5 feet deep. I might end up swinging the boat around real quick, y'all, and putting the power pole down so we don't have to spot lock right here. I'm just gonna swing the boat around real quick, y'all, and drop the power pole, and we should, and that way we'll sit facing the right direction. Be easier to fish. So this little spot right here, a lot of times has some really big trout on it. So we'll find out here in just a few minutes. All right, just drop the power pole. All right, y'all, let's give it a shot right here now. Let's see. Now I can actually fish the correct way. We'll see if there's some trout right here. They want to eat a suspended jerkbait. This might be in y'all's way. I can move this for now until I get out here and start fly fishing. Thank y'all for watching, by the way. Whoever's watching, it helps my channel out a lot. Boat. I hope, like everything, he don't come over here where I'm fishing. That'll be the second time today. I don't think he is, I hope. This is what I'm doing, y'all. Throwing suspended jerkbait. This is it right here. It's made by Yozuri. I've got a 30 pound fluorocarbon leader going to my braid. That's what we're chunking. I hate throwing around seagulls, y'all. They'll swoop down, grab your line, and next thing you know, you're gonna hook the seagull. I hope this little spot has some trout on it. We'll see here in a second. First all I was at, if anybody's just joined me, I pulled up over there and I was catching trout pretty steady. And then I had another boat pull right over there, right on the other side of the pylon from me, and start throwing live shrimp. And when they did, my bite kind of went away. So. Close to some of my fly fishing stuff, y'all. If the water is decently clean out here, I'm gonna fly fish out this way. I was gonna make a long run all the way out towards the edge of the Gulf, but if I can find some clean water around here, then I'll stay close by. Y'all, I might pop a cork with a plastic on it right here in a second, just to kind of help see if there's a trout here or not. There's one right there, y'all, while it's just sitting there. So yeah, there's some trout out here. That's a big one. That's a big trout. Finally got one for y'all. For anybody that's just joined me. Man, he kind of got hooked on the side. He must have swiped at it. There we go, y'all. That's number 6. He's right at about 14 inches. All right, y'all. Goal is 4 more trout, and we're going fly fishing. 4 more trout, and I'm going fly fishing. I'm just catching up for dinner. I'm not one of these people. I don't need to come out here and catch 25 trout. It's just not my thing. I'm all about catch and release and conservation. Y'all, here comes 2 boats. I really hope they're not going to pull right up here next to me. They are like literally coming straight this way, y'all. I mean, coming straight towards me. hardly any competition. You know, a lot of times there's not another boat anywhere around me when I'm fly fishing. Well, dolphins just showed up next to me, so that also tells me there's trout right here. Dolphins all around the boat right here. Dolphin's probably running off my trout. I've got another little trout hole right over there that a lot of people don't fish. So I only want 4 more trout, y'all, and I'm done. I'm gonna go fly fish, but if I can't catch them right here, I might go right over there. I got another spot right over there. Current line right over here, y'all. I'm gonna raise the power pole and scoot a little bit closer to this little current line right over here. See if there's and what a current line looks like, y'all. It looks kind of like a shiny strip along the water. It'd be like a little shiny strip, kind of like a little flat looking, little calm looking area in the water. Well, it's actually four more trout, and I'm rolling. I wish these dolphins wouldn't have came over here. I caught a trout, and the dolphin